From the 1011 Now streaming studio, this is 1011's Morning Pulse.
Sponsored by Murray Roofing.
Good morning. This is Craig Allison with your Morning Pulse for Friday, February 21st. It's here. We made it to the end of the week, our last frigid day before warmer temperatures in the 30s are coming our way this weekend and even warmer into next week. But first up, we've got our news stories today. Last week, U.S. Department of Education sent out a letter to seemingly every school, including the University of Nebraska system, saying they must end any DEI practices. Gives those institutions a mandate, basically telling them to do away with them or face the risk of losing federal funding. NU President Dr. Jeffrey Gold released a statement saying in part, quote, "In response to this letter, our university has initiated an immediate chancellor-led comprehensive review of potentially relevant activities on each campus." Your second story this morning, one doctor at CHI Health says we're in the throes of flu season this week, but overall it's been a bad year. Some of the symptoms you might see with the flu is runny nose, body aches, and fever. This doctor says we've also seen a later than usual peak in cases this season, and she expects them to start going down next month. If you're not feeling well, stay home and wait to go back to work or school until you feel better. And of course, see a doctor if you are not feeling well. Third story, the widow of an electrician who died after being crushed by a 1-ton door outside of York appears to have settled a lawsuit with the owner of the home, a YouTuber named Andrew Flair. Court documents show the suit, filed by Mary Arkfeld, was dismissed earlier this month. Arkfeld's husband, Joe Arkfeld, was working on a door at Flair's nuclear silo he was renovating at the end of 2022. Mary Arkfeld alleged her husband had been left alone in the facility and wasn't informed how the 2,000-pound door actually worked. Your fourth story, Douglas County Sheriff's Office is sending out a warning about what's being described as a more powerful version of fentanyl that's made its way into the Omaha Metro. Sheriff says while it used to take 1 dose of Narcan to reverse the impact, restore breathing with an overdose, now it's taking 2 doses and sometimes up to 4 or 5 to save a life. The drug is often secretly contained in pills that look like other prescription medications. And wrapping things up with your final story, it's been frigid recently, and among those who don't get a day off for the cold are cemetery workers. They're tasked with grave preparation, and with sub-zero temperatures, digging can be nearly impossible. Some cemeteries use a grave warmer to unfreeze the soil, a process that can take anywhere from a few hours to an entire day. Technology upgrades such as diggers with heated cabins make it safer to work in that colder weather. That is your Morning Pulse for this Friday morning, and we'll take a look at our 7-day forecast to wrap things up.
You've been listening to 1011's Morning Pulse. Watch, listen, stream on the 1011 Now app, on YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Sponsored by Murray Roofing.